Okay, this is a one-topic update, all about elections. Tomorrow will be lodge business, but early voting has started. We are encouraging, pleading all our members, your family members, your friends, your neighbors, to not waste a vote and an opportunity by pulling a Republican ballot. We are urging everybody to pull a Democratic ballot in the early voting and on March 19th. We have an opportunity, and once in a very long time opportunity, to affect our professional well-being more than ever before. This is more important than the mayor's race. The Cook County State's Attorney's race will be decided in the Democratic primary. We intentionally have stayed out of this race publicly. We haven't really given an endorsement publicly. We haven't had any interviews. We haven't had anybody seeking our endorsement because there's too much professional overlap, and we didn't want any even implication that there was an impropriety or going to be something owed for an endorsement. However, that being said, we are urging our members to vote in that race. The cover of the FOP magazine has both candidates there. There is no doubt that Clayton Harris will be a step up from Kim Foxx, no doubt, but he is the machine candidate. A lot of his policies will overlap from what we've been dealing with for the last 8 years. So don't expect much change, but there will be at least some improvement. However, there is a much better chance to save this city and this county and get back to what everybody seemed to remember being law and order and accountability. And I know a lot of people want to twist that into something other than what it is, but it's simple, common sense approach to criminal behavior and holding people accountable. And that's why my vote went for Judge O'Neal Burke. And that's why we hope your vote and your friends and your family will go for the judge also. She has sacrificed a judicial career and cut it short to run in this race to try and make the living conditions in this county better. This is an opportunity we are not given very often. This is more important than the mayor's race. So please consider pulling a Democratic ballot. Hold your nose if you have to, but make sure you do it. I know some of you are ardent Republicans, 100%, great conservatives. That's all well and good, but that isn't going to move the needle here. Pulling a Democratic ballot and voting in that race specifically will move the needle. There's also some other reasons. Everybody's favorite, well, not favorite, but one of our favorite aldermen has a chance to take out one of the crony swamp people in Washington, D.C., who's been around just doing more harm than good. And hopefully we'll be able to say Congressman Lopez took out Congressman Chuy Garcia, because his time has come and passed and needs to go. There's so many great candidates that we have endorsed in this primary. Again, it's at the beginning of this video and at the end. Jim Murphy, another former state's attorney. And everybody remembers Murph's parting words to his colleagues that he left behind in the state's attorney's office and how mismanaged that office was. And he's been doing yeoman's work representing our members with legal issues or discipline issues. And we look forward to him actually bringing some common sense back to the bench going forward. And speaking of that, I just got to touch on this because, yeah, we got a great verdict on Tuesday night. Couldn't be better. But I found it utterly disgusting that our current state's attorney, who had nothing to do with this case, felt the need to go in front of the cameras as if she was riding in on a white horse and she was the savior of securing this conviction when she had nothing to do with it. She should have let the prosecution team do it all, but that wasn't the case. She needed to interject herself yet again, and she had one job. One job. Remember their names. Ella French, Carlos Yanez, not Victor, and Josh Glass. Can't even get that right because there is no empathy when it comes to the police. She has routinely tried to have trophies on her wall that included CPD badges. Her end can't come soon enough, and onward she goes. I'm wondering if the reason she didn't come to the trial is because she's probably already working on her next career and maybe a certificate of innocence for a Monty Morgan and for Eric Morgan, because we all know that that's where she's going with this. She absolutely is a social justice warrior that is going to undo a lot of convictions that are currently very solid. But bon voyage, that's all I can say for her career. Please vote Democratic. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.